Hi folks, today we are at the Painesville Township Park, which is part of the Lake Metro Park system, and Mrs. is finding pine cones, but as of 1992, the Painesville Park Commission and the Lake Metro Parks came to an agreement where the Lake Metro Parks would take this over. Um, it has pavilions, has a pier, has a baseball, a playground, um, sidewalk. Very nice, very handy capable. And there is Lake Erie. It's kind of cloudy and rainy today. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. It's just a very light sprinkle. And I don't know if I'm getting the bird, seabird or not. I think it's a seagull. But anyhow, they have some nice swings, and then you can look out that way of the lake. I haven't figured out how to get down there yet, but there are picnic tables, and there is the pier that you can fish off of. They do not allow fish cleaning on the fish pier though. Yeah, and some nice benches that you can sit and look out of. Um, on a clear day and a nice day, it's probably wonderful to look out over the lake here. And they have some picnic tables, and there's a building here, which I'm not totally sure. There is a ramp, honey, but I'm going to try and see if I can figure out what this building is. Looks like there might be some bathrooms in the building. And then more picnic tables and a little, I don't know what exactly this is. And it's getting windy. They have some potted plants that are probably pretty in the spring or summer. But I'm really not sure what. Yeah, it's public restrooms, and the door has a neat covering on it. Pier restrooms located at concessions. So maybe on around the other side there's a concession. Maybe it's a concession stand in the summer, because today is November 18th. So most of this stuff is closed. The summer stuff is closed down. And here we have a 2015 for long and devoted service to the department betterment of Painesville Township Park in memory of Jack Crispip, Chairman. We found some pretty hydrangeas and some small reddish bushes, which Mrs. really thinks is pretty. So I'm going to have to take a picture and find out what they are. So these bushes are Alpen roses, which is a species of azalea, did I say? And then these are big leaf hydrangeas. And now we're going to try and get Lucy to go where we want her to go. She's being stubborn today. So to get down to the pier, you can go straight down the steps to the pier. Now we're actually going to take the ramp. Big surprise there, huh, people? But that's kind of cool the way the steps just go down and then boom, you're on the pier. And coming down the ramp on the side here is some pretty stones. It's pretty well, yeah. So there's the pier, and there's still more steps going down. But I think that there's a ramp going down there too, which hopefully we can get because I see signs down there. We found one lone yellow flower, and the rain is really starting to come, and we'll see what we're going to do here. So now we are on the pier underneath the thingy, protect us from the rain a little bit. Catch of the day. I found a sign, people. More fish are caught in Lake Erie for human consumption each year than the other 4 Great Lakes combined. A valid Ohio fishing license is required and all state regulations must be observed. Seasonal species you may catch include freshwater drum, the smallmouth bass, steelhead trout, walleye, yum yum yum, yellow perch, yum yum yum, channel catfish, rock bass, and white bass. I know I like bass. I think I've had smallmouth. I don't know about the others. Angling for a bite. Large stones surround the pier, providing habitat for various species. And there's the large stones. Aquatic invaders. Ohio waters are threatened by several non-native species that affect the natural ecosystems in the lake. These invaders spread or reproduce quickly and compete with native species for habitat and food. And they're the round gobby, common carp, and the white perch. Thought you might all enjoy just listening to the lake as it laps against the rocks. So nice and soothing. And here is another sign, the lowdown on Lake Erie. Lake Erie got its name from the abbreviation of the Iroquoian word Erielhonin, which means longtail. This may refer to the mountain lions that lived in the area at the time. The name was also used in French writings meaning cat or lac du chat, Lake of the Cat, inspired by the unpredictable and sometimes dangerous weather on the lake. There are more than 300 shipwrecks sitting at the bottom of the lake due to sudden violent storms. I gotta read this. Did you know Lake Erie has its own mythical monster, Bessie, that is reported to look like the Loch Ness Monster? Bessie is most likely a very large lake sturgeon. Sturgeons can reach 20 feet in length and weigh more than 200 pounds. Ah! Ah! People! Bessie got me! Bessie got me! Ah! We found another sign. Recreation destination. Painesville Township Park was established in 1911. Visitors drawn to Lake Erie enjoyed swimming, baseball, dancing, and picnicking along the bluff overlooking the water. And I don't know if you can tell, in this one picture, they had a big slide going down into the water. And Kathy was looking at the ladies wearing dresses on the sand and the bathing suits, which she thought was, just interesting. So we found a rocky area that comes down and then it continues down there. I was wondering if this was where the building and the slide was. Of course, we don't know and we can't tell, but I don't know. I thought I'd get all these rocks for y'all. Shout out to Mr. Chubby Hubby. And, you know, we're braving the rain here for you all. And just so you know, I'm melting! I'm melting! Shout out to Heidi's Here and There, or rather Heidi's This and That, which is reading The Wizard of Oz right now. Hope you liked how I snuck a shout in out for you, Heidi. Dredging the Grand River. This sediment recycling facility is operated by Kurtz Brother Inc. Dredging the Grand River is an important process that must be performed on a regular basis near the mouth of the river in Fairport Harbor to ensure maritime commerce. First, a crane reaches down and scoops up the sediment that has collected near the mouth of the river. The crane dumps the sediment onto several barges that then transport the material to this facility. The barge stops offshore, hooks up to pipes, and pumps the sediment from the barge to the recycling facility you see before you. And I don't know what they're talking about because I don't really see a facility here. And then over here we have Natural Wonders of Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the shallowest of the Great Lakes and produces a number of unique natural weather phenomena throughout the year. Ice dunes. An ice dune is a formation of ice that accumulates along shorelines of the Great Lakes during the winter. These dunes are produced by the accumulation of ice washing ashore, snowfall, and the gradual freezing of wave spray. Storms can arise quickly on Lake Erie, and I can attest to that, sloshing water from one end of the lake's basin to the other, like displaced water in a bathtub. And waterspouts. A waterspout is a column of rotating cloud-filled wind. It descends from a cumulus cloud to an ocean or lake surface. I don't know if you can really see it. It's kind of like a tornado on the water, or a lake hurricane, whatever you want to call it. But I tell you what, they can do some damage. And, oh, I guess up there is the dredging facility. I don't know if you can all see that. That's probably the dredging facility. So apparently they have more lakefront access coming. Phase 1 of this lakeshore trail takes visitors along a half-mile of lakeshore. Phase 2 will continue the trail west, but first requires construction of a break wall and trail. The break wall will be constructed in 2024, and the trail behind it will be constructed in 2025. So I guess they did make a break wall there. All those stones. So eventually they'll go on. We thought it would loop around, but we're going to have to go back. So the show is going to end here with looking out at the lake and various things. We want to thank you for coming along with us. Hope you enjoyed getting educated, and hopefully you all had your umbrellas so you didn't get too wet. And know that if you have to use a rollator, a cane, whatever assistive device you might need to get around and live your life to its fullest, it's not making you handicapped, it's making you handy capable. Thank you all for coming along with us. Have a great night, and remember, thumbs up and share it out if you want. And hey, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link. And you all have a great day. God bless.